The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books, and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, indeed? Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
So I feel like I probably need to apologize to you, Lawrence. Is last week I was, having a good time and everything. And I realized that I was holding a monster cannon. It must have been like you watching me make out with an old flame. And
Oh, jeez.
I apologize for doing that to you.
You're fine
I
to
was
drink.
just trying to have a good time with something delicious.
You're fine to
That's why I
drink.
put mine in a tumbler.
You all can drink whatever you all want to drink. No harm, no foul. Next, he is the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
What's up?
What's up, indeed? As for myself, my name's Lawrence Young. They call me Mayor Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today because we are going to be talking to you all about the new Batman #1. And we're going to be talking to you all about Immortal Legend. Immortal, is it plural or singular? Immortal Legend?
Singular.
Singular.
Thank you. Immortal Legend Batman #1 as well. So we got that happening plus whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. And we'll tell you how it is that we can do that in just a moment. But before we do, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, the show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And yeah, look, we got through that so quick that it took me off guard. But if you want to get down with Fantastic Forum, we got a few different ways for you to do it. You can jump, go to fantasticforum.live, hit the call-in button. You can be the fifth member of Fantastic Forum. So you can make that happen. Or you could always jump into chat, whether that be through YouTube or through Twitch. We'll take your comments directly out of chat and bring them into the show, such as Jay. Insert witty chat comment here, friend.
Hexzilla says, I forgot I had to read Absolute Green Lantern. Just finished it.
Oh, man, listen. I forgot too. Look, I absolutely did not read the latest Absolute Green Lantern.
Do they explain why Baz looks like that?
well, we'll find out. I'm sure Hecht will be kind enough to either give us a call or drop it into chat. But yeah, man. Look, Oz, I don't know why you're acting like you're not reading this book. You know why?
I'm like 2 issues behind.
That's
Actually, I
fair.
think 3 because I think the one just came out.
Last
week.
Yeah, I think one did come out last week. So yeah, but that's fair, man. That's fair. Gents, how are you all feeling? You all making it through the struggle?
Somewhat.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk about it because we got comics to talk about. But yeah, it was a hell of a day. So
You're telling me I tried this new pho place that was really good.
oh, that's a good thing then, right?
Yeah.
Not for his wallet.
What's the spot called?
I'm not gonna tell you. Then it was packed enough as it is. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Right.
Fuck
Uh,
what about it?
there it is. For the love of money. So, uh, Jay, do me a favor, man. Tighten us up. I hate when we look this tiny. Hit the there you go. Bam, I love it. Much better. Much better. Um, we do have a caller. Hecht is in the building. What up, Hecht?
What up?
How are you, friend?
I'm here.
There it is. Exactly. It's been one of those days. I got you. Hecht, do we know why Simon Baz looks like in absolute in the absolute universe?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that's just his steez. He's like, yeah. What you mean? You don't rock a suit with a ski mask?
That just looks like some old lucha libre shit with like a old, Santo and Blue Demon movie where they're rocking these 3-piece suits. You know what I mean?
There it is. Yeah,
Getting out of a
man.
limo and like,
Yeah. Fucking 60s coming out of the big ass limo.
yeah.
Which would work if he was Mexican.
Yeah, man.
I, I
I don't
really,
even
I
know.
really think they just figured nobody's gonna know who this is if we don't put the mask on him.
I gotta find my luchador mask.
Nobody cared who he was before he put on the mask.
I really like the comic though.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Look.
like that little part, I'm not.
Mhm.
It's part of a bigger thing,
Right.
and it's very much a continuation, like a to be continued kind of thing.
Okay.
But that comic, so I read that.
Mm-hmm.
I caught up on Absolute Martian Manhunter,
Mm-hmm.
and I caught up on Absolute Batman.
Nice.
So my brain is full of shit,
Right.
and it's a lot of big shit.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know. It makes me think I gotta go to therapy or something. Because
Hey, well, listen. In this day and age, you should just do that anyway, friend. Why not?
probably.
Yeah, just because you don't need nothing special. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool, man. Well, listen. By any chance, Heck, have you read? Uh, did you read?
I read Batman,
You
but I
read
didn't
Batman.
read the other one.
Okay, Immortal Legend
Yeah.
Batman. Okay. I should have asked this before we started the show, gents, but which one of those do you want to begin with?
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't think it matters.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, let's start with Immortal Legend Batman. Let's
Nah,
start.
man, nah. Let's do the other one.
You dumb. You dumb. But let's start with that, and then let's go to Batman, because yeah, like Oz, you mentioned this book, and I was surprised that you got it, but at the same time, I could I could see maybe if you see the cover, you might be like, oh, what's that? It has like one of those kind of covers that I could see that going on with you. What was it that made you decide to pick it up?
It was definitely the cover.
There it is.
Double sided.
Did you?
That looks like something Mo would have got.
They didn't have the white one for me, but yeah, I got the regular.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I thought it was like a side story for Batman or something.
got you. And so, uh, Immortal Legend Batman is actually a Elseworlds tale, and uh, it's the story of uh, well, it's a couple of stories, I guess, technically, right? Look, but it's basically the story of the mantle of Batman that is currently held by Bruce Wayne, as is usually the case. But in like far flung future, and this Batman's main gig is hunting like interdimensional beings that they call shadows, and he'll do that from planet to planet, colony to colony, and making that happen throughout the galaxy. Uh, so it's kind of a side story, Oz.
No, this was they had a Power Ranger story, but don't have the rights to Power Rangers, so they changed the name to
Huh.
Batman character.
Well, no, it's the guy that's writing Radiant Black, right? The
It
creator of
is Kyle
Radiant Black.
Higgins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
Kyle
like
Higgins.
it's probably something he wanted to do at DC, and they didn't let him till Radiant Black was like successful.
So they changed the name of all the characters so they can sell a book.
Well,
They
they just said,
changed.
"Hey, remember how you wanted to do this? Let's do it now." Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that very well could be the case. Like, and I would be interested to find out
I I
if
read this
that's it.
book and I had the same feeling I had when I watched the Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan.
Which is pure elation, correct?
This is something wearing around the skin of something I like.
Oh, sheesh. Okay. So,
Not the new Karate Kid movie. I mean the
yeah.
the Jaden Smith movie.
Right.
I forgot. Another one just came out
Yeah.
too.
It did just come out.
It's a Karate Kid universe.
Right. So, um, we all know that you're a big Batman fan. You're not only our resident DC guy, but a big Batman fan, a bigger Nightwing fan. Uh,
They threw
how
his name in there too to spice up the pot a little bit.
they did, they did. Uh, let me ask this of you all. Like this is just some surface level stuff. I'm gonna come to you, Mo, first. How did you like this costume?
I mean, for what the story they're telling, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the cape is the cape, and it just doesn't in the art. It's just not that dynamic. Like it's not flowing. It's just there. And it's kind of tattered. So it's not. It doesn't give you the kind of look of the Dark Knight kind of. I'm
Mm-hmm.
used to, but it's almost like they try to do a little bit of the Batman Beyond thing, but
Right.
with the regular like 70s color scheme a little bit, and then
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what to do with the cape. Like I don't even see, other than being Batman, I don't see why this Batman needs a cape to begin with.
I mean, yeah, I think it is because it is Batman. So
Yeah.
they're
But
like,
again, like if you do something again, you're going with like a Batman Beyond kind of thing. So he has something else that like works instead of a cape.
mm,
And then in fact, even what he does. Oh wait, no, this is the other book. Never mind. But yeah, I don't think they needed a cape, and it looks all tattered, but it looks stiff. It doesn't look flowy, so it's like that's the only thing I can think of with the costume. And other than that, it was pretty. That's what I when you know look at the cover. That's what I really liked is I actually like this design of Batman. Like
mm-hmm.
so it looks cool, and like yeah, giving a Power Ranger approach to a Batman story, I think would be interesting. And Elseworlds is a perfect place to do it, so I'll give it a shot.
Right. How about you, Jay? How'd you like it?
It was okay. I
Okay.
didn't focus in on it too much.
Okay. You're just like now. Is that from your perspective? Are you like, you don't need like a Batman costume? Isn't an important part of your Batman experience?
Um, I feel like this experience in particular,
Gotcha.
the costume wasn't that important.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I can hear that. Where you're just like, meh. How about you, Oz? How'd you like Batman's costume? And of course, I want to hear your opinion on the Nightwing costume too.
The costumes are fine. I like the costumes, especially for like a futuristic storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. It doesn't feel like a Batman to me.
Well,
Like
they definitely take. Oh,
especially
good.
I keep saying they had another story and just threw in Batman names and like the like another example of that is they say that Stephanie Brown passed the mantle to Tim Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just feels like they're just throwing names out there.
That's
What?
Yeah. Well,
that's kind of what Elseworlds does a lot to begin with, you know.
yeah, it's definitely changing around the mythos.
Maybe now, but it didn't always used to be that way.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on which ones you read, but like I read one where it was like they're it's a pirate story, and it's like there's a Batman that's a pirate, and then everybody else is like, oh, this is a Harvey Dent, and it's just like a dude, like a second in command in a Spanish ship or something, you know?
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
why
what
I'm not
Elseworlds
watching
does.
the Aztec Batman crap. I feel like that's all the same.
So even though they're telling a completely different and unique story, from your perspective, Oz, you rather it be like still in line with like from I guess the stories that like you want things to follow in a progression that's similar to what you're used to from the original stories.
Yeah, I mean, you make a small change. The Red Sun, hey, 6 hours difference. He lands in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stuff like that. I'm fine with. I like to see. What if used to do that too a lot, where
Mm-hmm.
one little change and you see where the world goes, and now this is just it's just completely different. We're just telling a pirate story or an Aztec story or a Power Ranger story, and we're giving them all the names.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you know who the good guys and who the villains are. Like
But that's
that's
again,
gonna be Two-Face. That's gonna be Two-Face. Oh, you know.
like that's what Elseworlds does. Like Superman
Mm-hmm.
Tarzan, like it's
Yeah.
literally where
Yeah.
Superman became Tarzan. Like he landed in the jungle, you know, and the head captain of the riverboat is Captain Gordon, you know. Like,
Something I will say about this particular story is it does a fair amount to like subvert expectations, where it's like, and part of that is because it doesn't necessarily feel beholden to, I guess, the source material, where it's like, you don't need all the same people to end up in the same places. um
But then
and
they do.
do
Harvey
they
Dent becomes the Two-Face man.
uh
The Two-Faced Man.
And
did
homeboy Elliot's gonna become Hush by like issue 3.
well, he's
The
gonna have a hushed battle with him, but he's supposed to be Batman. He's trying to be Batman. So it's like,
yeah, but wait, so
Moon Man.
did 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 uh did Harvey Dent end up Two-Face in this?
Yeah, it's a whole page. Here, I'll put it up.
It wasn't the Bruce Wayne
it's a Bruce Wayne shadow, but it
that
wasn't
that was like Two-Face, right?
right. It's the two-faced man, but it wasn't really Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, yeah,
But it wasn't Harvey Dent, is more the point I'm making.
yeah,
So
Yeah, that wasn't Harvey.
yeah.
yeah. You just have
So
yeah, and then we're gonna get the clay-faced man.
I don't know if they'll stick with that naming convention, but maybe. I don't know.
It
But that
might
was
I
because
have to
it's
read
like
this.
it's kind of futuristic, like Mega Man.
I might have to read this and find the Penguin Man or something.
yeah. Um
Antarctic Avian Man.
one one thing that I know that I particularly took exception with this for this book was, or at least I can appreciate that. I think that they were trying to tell us a story first
Mm-hmm.
and then give us like some background information after the fact. I do feel like some of that context might have been better to have going into the story that they tell us, as opposed to it coming like later.
Or even like peppered in, like
Yeah.
flowing together, because
Yeah.
it felt like two books,
Mm-hmm.
and neither one really like. It just felt like the whole thing felt like a short book. I don't even know how many pages it is. It just felt like too
Mm-hmm.
short, and I think it cost more than the average book. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like two stories, but still too short. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that my experience, even though, I wasn't like hating what I was reading or anything like that, but my experience was like, I'm not exactly sure why these things are happening the way that they're happening. You know, like I get the sequence of events, but I'm lacking context. And then the story ends, and then it feels like, to me at least, oh, they gave me all the context after the fact, and there's a reason for that because it is like technically or seemingly like a second story, but at the same time, it's like, well, this could have all just been one story, and you just give me like a little bit of what you started off the second part with, because it gives you kind of the mythos and tells you like, okay, hey, uh you have like Batman, Nightwing, and Robin, and they're like mantles that get passed down, generation to generation, and it's like, and they tell you the fact like, oh, and they're, these are the people that fight the shadows, and it's like, okay, like that feels like stuff that maybe I should have known earlier in the story to appreciate the first part of things, because I mean, you do get some of that, but it definitely not quite enough, I think, to fully appreciate the story that you're reading at the time. Or at least for me, that was my experience. I don't know. What do you think, Jay? Is there any validity to that, or were you just like, no, like you don't need any of that context?
Um, you know, I kind of just took it as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the After Effect context was kind of fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not that you're wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
going into that would have been nice,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like the experience overall with the at the end
Mm-hmm.
is still a decent experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. How about you, Moses? Do you feel like would it have been a better reading experience for you if you knew like what the Immortal Legend mythos was before you read that first story?
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed it better.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we got was basically it was a cool little story. I had a little problem with the art, like,
Mm.
but we'll get to that a little later. But the story, like, again, it just felt really short. Like I felt like I was reading a backup to another comic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Elseworlds as a concept might be better. Well, I won't say it'd be better if they want to start executing it. Might be doing as backup stories in each of their. Like if you're doing a Superman Elseworlds, do it as a like if you're gonna do like the way this one is, it could be a good way to do it. You know, just one of them, and then the second one will be the back matter. But
Mm.
I mean, it doesn't have to, but it's just like it'd be an interesting idea if you want to play with Elseworlds before actually printing of another line of books, you know.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so I would have liked it done a little bit more smooth, you know. Like the comics tend to do things smooth, and movies sometimes they don't. The exposition is clunky, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like this was made that with smooth exposition. You could have done this as one big comic, and it would have felt like reading a full experience, you know. Instead, I got
Mm-hmm.
two experiences that felt too short, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and but I like the story, so it's like I do stick with it, but it is definitely not what I'm used to, but I can enjoy it. Yeah.
Right. How about you, Oz? Would you have preferred the back matter stuff a little bit earlier?
No, if I knew what the story was, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I like
Well,
I like
that I believe.
Mo's idea of having it be told through backups of
Mm-hmm.
the regular comics. Because then, if I don't like it, I can just ignore it.
It's like the
Right.
black and whites, like the Batman black and whites, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, I wouldn't want I wanted to be extra pages. I don't want them to take away pages.
Yeah,
Right.
no, definitely not take away. They're already at like what 22 now, like drawing the line.
Right. So, yeah. Like I said, like I told you, like I know that when you first brought it up, I was like, oh, like I'm surprised you even have that book because I'm like, you're not gonna
I
like that
I
book.
think I thought it. I think I thought it was gonna be like some
Yeah,
post Batman Beyond thing.
I hear you. No, and I totally get that too. Like yeah.
Instead, it
Uh,
just became Batman for cake pop fans.
that that cake.
Batman Demon Hunter.
Yeah,
So, um, let's talk about the art. How did you all feel about it?
I
Like,
thought it was
hmm
it was well done art, but I
hmm
just still didn't enjoy it. Like, the
just it's
fact
just not
this
your
like
style.
space western, like I love space western, but it's like you got these like Power Rangery uh heroes as a thing, and then everything is like westerny, and it's like, and it's
Yeah.
way into the future. It's like even for space western, like space what you could have space western and then have it feel like a western with western
hmm
things, you know, the frontier
Yeah. Yeah.
mentality or whatever. But they don't have to wear dusters. Like the
Right.
planet don't even look like. Again, everything looks stiff, so it's like it's not like they even had a wind like in there.
hmm
So it's like if the cape is just standing flat, what do you need a duster for? There's no dusting. There's no dust being like flowing around. You know.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
Bat
yeah.
Press.
Yeah. We
It's a
see.
cape, but we're
He's
calling it
calling.
press.
He's calling out his moves. He's
Yeah.
calling his shots.
And again, that is like it's just what it is. Again, it's Batman for K-pop fans. Like, and again, that cape, like, if he's going with that force, that cape looks mad stiff, man.
Sometimes I wasn't even sure that was a cape. I thought it was a hologram.
Yeah,
Just the way they drew it. Here, obviously, yeah, it does look like a cape, but there's a couple of pages where like, what
yeah,
is that?
That'd be sick as shit if he had a hologram cape.
a hologram cape that was also like a shield. You
Yeah,
know, a force shield. That'd be the shit. And then it doesn't have to flow with the wind, but he can control it with his mind or something. You know.
yeah, that would
Yeah,
be sick.
yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Because we've seen like like little holographic or hologramic like shields. Like
hmm
kind of like Halo stuff, like if the cape did that where he's like moves, and it moves with his body like in defensive positions.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do they
okay.
have like a
Oh,
mech that they come
Oz, you were
together
gonna put
for it?
another page?
Yeah, but I don't have to. I was just
No,
like showing different art
let's
pages.
Does the Sentai Batman have a mech?
not yet.
He does. Actually,
Oh,
this one does. At the beginning, I thought it was a bat plane, but I think it's his mech because
Yeah,
like he fights with it. I don't know what these floaty bats are, but he throws them sometimes.
they're like actual. I think they're the batarangs, but they're not really batarangs. I think they just disappear when they're done. You
See,
know?
here it kind of looks a little holographic.
Yeah,
Like it looks like
I
it's
think that's
shimmering.
yeah, the coloring. Yeah,
I don't even see it here.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate this. Closing that.
Ah,
Fix
there
the
it is.
screen.
So Jay's on it.
Jay's watching something else.
On what?
Oh, we got
100.
we
Jay's
got
like, on what?
you gotta take the screen off, Jay. Thank you, buddy.
He was watching something else.
No, on mine, it was gone on my end.
Oh, gotcha.
he was watching K-pop Demon Hunter.
I heard it's good.
Fuck this Batman guy.
so so yeah, I mean, I think we should just go ahead and rate this joint. Um, but just mention, on your way out, if you would be interested in picking up the next issue. So let's start with you, Jay. What would you rate Immortal Legend Batman #1?
I would give it a 3. I guess now that I know it's Elseworlds.
What did you think it was, Jay?
Um, I wasn't sure.
That's
Like
fair.
it just felt like someone had a story and they put Batman on
Jay,
top of it.
Jay's like Detective Comics 5000.
Yeah, something.
Well, Loki, like that's kind of how whatchamacallit got how Elseworlds got started was with like
Mhm.
Batman Year One, which is like that's just a story that
Right.
Frank Miller decided to do, and it took place in regular Batman books. You know?
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and I probably won't get the next one.
probably will not.
Right.
Got you. Okay. Moses Magnum. How about you, buddy?
I'll give it like a 3.5.
Hmm.
I didn't like I like the Sentai stuff, and even this one was not. Usually, when you turn something that's already cool as fuck into a Sentai version, it's not that great. You
Hmm.
know, one of the exceptions is like Penny Parker. You know,
Mm.
no, but that's like that's very different too. Like you know, and they didn't
Right.
do. They're not banking on a series on it or anything. You know, it just pops in whenever. You know, like what the main story. And again, we talk about like explaining everything really fast. Like that was a short story in Tales of Spider Verse. You know,
Right.
so you need to anything you need to know. You can you find out real fast.
Hmm.
So yeah, 3.5, and then I would read the rest of it, but I would do it like on DC Infinite.
Gotcha.
You know, like
Gotcha.
not I'm not gonna go and buy it. I'm not gonna add it to my pull list. You know,
Right. Right. Oscor. How about you, man? What would you
I,
rate Immortal Legend Batman number
I
one?
think 3 is probably where it should go. I think if they hadn't named them Batman characters, I might enjoy the story more.
I could hear that.
But I
Yeah.
just can't, like, it's just bugging me too much, and I can't. So
it's a
Listen.
weird thing where they kind of feel like they have to use the names, but it's like if it's the future and it's like even like the his parents dying, like the retelling the origin in
Hmm.
a way that fits this universe. It's kind of like you can really just do anybody else, and I guess that's why I like Spider Verse. Like
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I would give it probably a three as well. But I did like it. I just think that just the way the story actually ends up being told could have been a little bit better in the execution. But
hmm
I don't mind the ideas, and I
hmm
actually like the art and such.
hmm
And it's enough that I would probably check out the second issue just to see like where they decide to kind of take it next. Because the little like uh like ending, it did intrigue me a little bit. Uh, but it's definitely one of these things where I it would be me giving like the series a shot, because if like two doesn't like raise the bar in some kind of significant way, I don't know if they could get me with issue three.
like even if it was a Elseworlds and it was like descendants of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
like that would have. I think Oz would have liked that a little better if it's like okay, they got the same last name, but
Yeah. Now
but who
listen,
knows?
they lost Oz at Stephanie Brown coming before Dick Grayson. Like that was enough for him. As soon as that happened, I read that joy and I'm like, oh, Oz really hates this book now. Like I knew he wasn't gonna like it from the jump before I read it, but because I knew the premise.
Hey, did we
But
find out who the narrator was in the second part?
no.
Yeah,
And that's part of the intrigue, I think, for me, where I
yeah,
was like, like okay, they did a reveal at the end, and it
yeah,
was like okay, they gave us like one of the people that was talking, but they didn't give us the other one, and I'm like
yeah.
okay, like
I read it.
you
I read
got me
it
enough.
twice.
it's
I
probably
read it
Alfred.
twice just to think that maybe I didn't have my reading comprehension wasn't up to par. And I did fall
Yes.
asleep reading it once. So, like, did
Oh,
I fall
jeez.
asleep? Did I read it and fall asleep?
Right.
But ended up, yeah. So I read it twice, and it's still, yeah. I am willing to bet it's uh Rajal Ghul man.
You're hilarious. It
It's
could
gonna
be like
it's gonna
that's
be
Demon Head Man.
stupider than that. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Alfred.
Pennyworth Man.
Butler Man.
Yeah, Butler Man.
Penny
the
Man?
Butler's Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a terrible name.
Sounds like Kinnikuman.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
the hell would call themselves Penny Man? That's so dumb.
I immediately went to Ra's al Ghul as well, but then definitely thought like, yeah,
Fucking awesome.
that's hilarious. I just got it. I was like, it took me a second.
Good.
That's funny.
Some people need to be forgotten.
Messed up.
Anyway, okay, cool. You guys ready to talk some Batman #1?
No.
No. Batman #1.
I don't remember anything I read.
Listen, that says something. Batman #1. What copy of that book did you end up getting, Oz? What do you have there? That's the white cover for Batman #1. Okay.
Yeah, I was confused what I was
so
buying.
jealous.
So I did get one of these blind bags, which I don't know if you all know that that's a thing that's happening, but they have like the polybag versions.
Oh,
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And so there's different variants that you can get.
I think there's a hollow foil version.
How
of
much
that
do they
cover.
cost? Do they cost more or they cost the cover price?
No, I think it is a little more.
'Cause I know I'll buy every one on the shelf now.
Yeah, but they're blind bags, so you'll probably get like 3 copies of the same thing.
Right.
Again, but that's the gamble. Like,
Yeah.
I love blind bags.
No, jeez,
Like-
man.
You know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get Superman 75 in a little bit.
Yeah. I love that. I still have that unopened.
So
Did
How
you
many?
open it, or are you opening it
I have
on
like
the
4.
shelf?
No, I bought one and I opened it, and then I have like 4 of them that are unopened.
God
And I was like 9 when that shit happened.
Mo's gonna bring up the price on the issue alone.
Yeah, because I took the one. There was like 4 on the shelf, and I took them all.
I did open this one already, and so I'll show you what I
You
got.
brought down the value.
Holy shit!
Oh shit,
And so this is the
that's fucking nice.
Gabriel
yeah,
Loda.
do it at an angle, yeah.
Yeah, the Gabriel De Loda cover,
Yeah.
and it is a really nice cover.
Yeah.
Each one on the back, it, and I'll try to see if that's too shiny, but it has like whose cover it is at the bottom and stuff. Yeah, these are actually the initial book is like the regular copy is like $5.
Yeah.
These are 10.
The blind bags are 10.
Yeah.
Bastards. So that means I gotta get something good in each one. Like at least not the original. Like none of them are gonna be like the original cover.
You can look up what
they
that
better
means.
not be at $10. They better not be.
I think that there is like the most rare variant that is the original. I'm not sure which one is
I think I'm looking at it.
But it looks like the original cover, but it's like hollow foiled, and I think it might be gold or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I can't find a better picture.
Yeah, but like it's not like I'm gonna get like the same what I would get. Yeah, okay.
No.
All right.
No. None of the covers are the same. None of the polybag covers are the same as the OG regular cover. So yeah, that's the version of the.
It's a 1 in 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta buy 1,000 of them.
You know what this reminds me?
I'm so glad my credit card has points for like miles. I'm gonna get it all on these comics.
Yeah,
you can get 10 of the blind bags for $150 on eBay.
Damn,
that's man.
Sounds like a deal.
But see, I don't. You know what?
Mo deal.
How's that a Mo deal?
And
No.
There's 2 available, so you can get 20 for $300.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it is. It's essentially a Mo deal in the sense that, well, it's not. Yeah,
Why is it a Mo deal?
It says that I'm gonna take it. No, is it a pre-order or was it listed as a pre-order or is it listed as a actual like purchase?
Are you talking about the polybags?
No, Oz, the eBay listing.
I think it's a picture of them in hand, like.
Okay.
You know, somebody
Wait, so
spread them out and took a picture of them.
for how
Okay.
much? How much for how many?
150 for 10. So you're paying an extra 5.
$5 each. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have my. I was gonna do the math, but yeah, I can't
So
show
it's
you my
15.
work, but it's an extra
I
5.
I
It,
know when I went to the shop, there was a few of them on the shelf still.
Yeah, but not
Oh,
10.
wait a minute.
I think there were 10.
$10 shipping. So
fuck
yeah,
that.
there goes the deal.
No, 160. All right, so
There's no
6.
deal.
You know,
It's an upcharge.
now I got to take off my shoes and count my toes to see how much each one's gonna be. But it's like I think it's still worth it.
It's not if
Well,
they're in
what
the
if
shop.
what if I get the 1 in 1,000 out of it?
Hey,
What if you
You
get
know?
2 of them?
Yeah, exactly.
How much is that?
What
going
if
for?
all 10 are the 1 in 1,000?
all right.
I need to go back to Vegas.
But I will say that
Time to get lottery
um,
tickets.
the like a poly bag thing like this is not something that normally I would mess with at all. But the way that this was marketed, where it's like blind as a bat, and then it's like Batman #1. I was like,
I wish you would
and
have
the
told me about
rarities.
it.
I'm literally telling you about it right now.
No, when it came out, so I could be ready. Like,
I mean, they're still out there.
right, but no, when I went to my comic book store, they didn't have them. They were all gone. So
Oh,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, if I would have known, I would have been there. I wouldn't have gone there on Thursday. I would have gone there on Wednesday. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. I will try my best to make sure I let you know about the cool
Yeah.
special things, Moses,
I
beforehand.
gotta, you don't tell me a lot of things, Larry. I'm gonna have to make a new sound effects for you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Look, who
I already know
knows
what
what
it
that's.
is.
Oh,
No,
damn.
it's Spike Lee getting kicked out of Madison Square Garden. We're like, no one told me. Yeah,
That joke's funny.
I'm gonna do that shit.
That's funny. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about Batman #1. Um, Batman #1. We got Matt Fraction doing the writing. We got Jorge Jimenez doing the art. It's a relaunch of Batman. Uh, is this and this? I think this is Matt Fraction's first time writing Batman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I think maybe even doing some DC. Oh no, wait, no,
nah,
yeah, I think it.
really? Oh
I
well,
think
I'm
so.
shocked by that. I thought he
Yeah,
had worked with DC before, but you could be right. I don't know. Um, but Matt Fraction is taking a bit of a different approach with Batman. Uh, just I guess from a narrative perspective, technically, in the sense where he Matt Fraction likes to do kind of single issue stories that through the course of things kind of interconnect, and that's what he's doing for Batman here, where the stories are basically each issue should be have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And he said there'll be some through lines as they keep going. Um, we definitely have like a redesign here in regards to the suit as well. Um, and it's a little bit. It has like some classic elements. We definitely leaning deeper into the blue and the gray. Um, but it also seems like like Fraction is trying to do all the things that he feels makes Batman cool. So like the gadgets and the detecting, and of course the villains and all that jazz. So with that said, we got Batman #1 here. Let's start with you, Moses, man. How'd you feel about this book?
I enjoyed it. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy his writing. The concepts and the way taking it back. Not really back to basics, but almost like a reimagining within the. I don't know if I could use the word like lexicon, but or the lore that we already know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I haven't been reading up until this point, so I don't know if like he just started fresh or he's continuing off of something that was already happening. But it fit, and some of the things every time one of these cool writers that I like takes on Batman, they always add a little bit of new tech or something, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I like that here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where kind of like I felt like that was missing in this in the other Batman book we did, the Immortal Legends one, in the sense that
Mm-hmm.
this is such it's almost like an Iron Man suit kind of thing, but you don't see it as like they don't show it as well. You know, like you don't know what
Mm-hmm.
those batarangs are or how they work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But here he's got like Alfred like as a hologram talking to him, you know, like he's his Jarvis, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So shit like that, or like the gliding, you know, off a building, and it's like the ratio of glide, and you know, it's so yeah, I like what he did here a little bit, and it's a little not jarring, but it is different. But I think I want to keep reading it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I feel again drawing the line at like 22 or whatever. Like I do feel like this was a shorter story than I would have liked for a first issue,
Mm-hmm.
but it worked with the Croc and the way he's handling Croc. Like that, and that's where Matt Fraction really does good work. Is the characters, you know, like he
Yeah.
makes you feel like he almost deconstructs and constructs them at the same time, you know, especially like when you're doing like single issue stories that can get you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really good at that, and that's like one of my favorite issues was that Iron Man like 500.1 or whatever, where it's just Iron Man and AA, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like it's one of my favorite Iron Man comics of all time. But it's you know he did that. That's because again, all he had to do he's not fighting a villain. The villain is his addiction, and it's literally just a conversational issue. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just slice of lifey, you know.
Right.
But yeah. So I like what he did here. You know.
Okay. Okay. Now, how about you, Oz? What you think?
I think it is a continuation because Alfred's still dead.
Mm-hmm. Now,
And
is that I know he's having the conversation with Alfred. Is that actually a hologram or is it just like a figment of his imagination?
It's a AI.
it could be either or. I think it's just in his head.
In one page, it looked like it's projecting out of his suit. You know.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Like I'm not
I
saying you're
could have
wrong,
been
mind you.
I could have been high, but yeah. But again, like for me, just running, like just knowing a little bit of what's been happening in Batman, but not enough, and
Mm-hmm.
then jumping in, like I thought that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I put that in my head, you know.
No, I think it's in his head, and that's why Killer Croc tells him you're fucked up in the head.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
It,
But
it
go
was
ahead. Heck.
it was AI. That's why he would look like a thing from Star Wars where he's all blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it looked hologrammy, like he was
Yeah.
like translucent, you know.
By the way, I don't know about your guys' shops, but my shop told me that it was not on my pull list because it's technically considered a new series.
That's not true.
And the old one is continuing because they're still doing the Hush storyline.
Oh, shut up. Is that true?
Yeah,
What?
that's what I was told when I went there.
So it's not a renumbering; it's a different series.
I think it's good. It's considered a new series, but I think it's gonna become like a renumber. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
because
no,
Jim Lee,
took too
like,
long.
yeah, he's not finished yet. That's what we're trying to say. Okay, yeah, like that's crazy talk.
No, but that's
Just put it
stupid
up.
too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
stupid too.
But
yeah.
I have to tell them to add it to my pull list because
That doesn't make any sense. It's Batman. It's all Batman.
Yeah, but it still would be like a new version. Like whatever Batman was before, it's gonna be version 6 or
So
Yeah,
that means
volume,
we
just a
could
different volume.
potentially have spoilers here of what they were doing with the Jim Lee thing.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Fucking Jim Lee.
Alfred's been dead.
I hate him. Like he can't be doing. He can't finish his Batman Hush 2 story, and he was out on a beach the other day celebrating his wedding anniversary.
How dare Jim Lee celebrate milestones?
Where the fuck does she get the money for that if he ain't drawing fucking comics? You know?
You are. You are crazy.
commissions.
Like we might need to audit that. IRS needs to check in what's going on there, because yeah, like if he ain't drawing fucking comics, how she they're going to Hawaii and shit. And,
Moses is leveraging the power of the government against his enemies.
hey, it's not. Hey, no, government don't even like me. But it's just. I'm like, dude, like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't even want him to finish it. I don't want it interrupting the Batman lore. Like, I don't care if I didn't like Hush too. So it's like, I just want I don't want I don't want the Oz to have that confusion.
I think the people at Oz's comic book store are just being silly.
Well, I don't know. When I go buy my 10 blind bag, I'll find out. If how they're handling it.
Yeah, because like this is
Because
definitely
if they're handling
just
it the same, then yeah, that might be but again, they're confused because they're dealing with an issue that shouldn't be a confusion. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I guess. I don't look.
No, it ain't. Maybe it is. Like because Hush can't finish, they're confused.
It's not the first time a book has switched volumes.
Right.
Right.
You know, it should.
It shouldn't be an issue.
And the reality is, like, if you run a comic book store, you should understand the difference between Volume 3 and Volume 4, or Volume 4, Volume 5, and that Jim Lee's gonna be late. Like, you should know both of those things.
Well,
Like,
if he got arrested, he'd have plenty of time to draw stuff.
Yeah,
oh man,
that's true. Yeah,
I've got cousins that become great artists in prison.
they learn to draw in prison.
Yeah, he could teach a class.
Yeah.
Imagine if he has a whole prison crew drawing books for him.
I'm gonna be like fucking with a Prison Break. Like, I'm gonna get caught up just so I can get taught by Jim Lee to draw in prison.
yeah.
Larry's busy talking to somebody.
No, I'm good. But yeah, so how did you all like this new Batsuit? And look, let's start with you, Jay, because you haven't got. Oh, actually, no. Let's go with Heck and then to Jay. Heck, how you feel about the new Batsuit?
I like it. It has a lot of old school elements without being too different. And it has I like the color scheme. Like I like the emphasis on the blue on the bat instead of it being like a black bat like every other time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I honestly I like it too. I think it's like a nice, like, clean design.
Yeah.
How about you, Jay?
I like it better in the book than on the cover.
Okay. Like, what is it about the cover that doesn't quite do it for you?
Something about the blue, it just makes me think Nightwing.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely something that, like, since they announced it and, like, showed the thing, cats immediately were like, that should have been Nightwing's Batman outfit, and if he's Batman again, it should be that outfit. Like,
but they, I mean, don't blame Bad Fraction for that. Blame Grant Morrison for that, or whoever did that.
Jimenez.
No, but who did it for when Nightwing was Batman?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that they didn't have that kind of design.
They didn't have that brain,
Yeah. So,
well, I think they knew where they were going to end up anyway, so there wasn't a need to drastically change the outfit.
Plus, also the story goes where, like, they didn't want people to know that, like, oh, like,
yeah,
the mantle has passed,
Yeah.
Like,
so
that was part of the thing where, like, when he starts flipping, being more acrobatic, it's like, wait a minute,
right,
and smiling,
yeah. Right. So, Jay, but in the book, you liked it more so, and what was it about the book that made you, like, sold it more so to you, that made it feel less Nightwingy, I guess?
Oh, just the body type.
Gotcha.
Like, it looks like Bruce Wayne.
Got it. Yeah. No, he fills it out different, and you're right. He is like the OG cover is a smaller framed Batman, which sometimes they do them like that. Like, I do like personally, like I like the like I in my mind when I think about Bruce Wayne, I do think of him as being like a stockier a stockier build than Nightwing. So, um, Oz, how do you like the costume?
Eh, kind of okay with it. I have the same Nightwing feelings
Yeah,
about it that you guys talked about. The only thing that bugged me was when he like puts on goggles.
I mean, he
The little
doesn't
anime shade.
actually. He
Because
doesn't,
I
right?
like and they do this later on where it's like a lens that just goes over the white part.
Hmm.
I like that. I don't mind that. But he like taps something and like goggles just pop out or something. It's just weird. But
See, now that I thought was electronic, but I could be wrong about that. Like that felt like a holographic kind of thing to me.
and it could have been, but
Yeah,
I couldn't. They look like he just got goggles out of nowhere.
because he sure doesn't like. They don't come off. They just disappear. They appear and disappear. So yeah, but I feel where you're coming from though. Like it doesn't do necessarily the best job of showing that it's like coming in or that it's like holographic
The
versus
transition, yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
It's like it
So
reminds me of that movie, like the Lost in Space movie, where like
mhm.
the dude, I forget his name, but the Matt LeBlanc character, where he like he wears like a power suit, like armor, and it's
Mhm.
like the way like the camera just pauses for him to like the armor to go over his face, like you see a transition from what he was before that scene to what he has to do, you know.
Yeah,
And it's just it's like a 3 scene thing that just looks really good. Like probably like the best thing in that movie.
yeah. Um. So how? Well, actually, let me ask this question first. Like something that happens in this book that I wasn't familiar with, because I haven't been keeping up with Batman as much. Uh, what's up with Gordon? Like Gordon's a beat cop again? Like what happened? Do you know, Oz?
I know he retired at some point. I don't. That surprised me too. That he
That
Didn't
was
stopped
the
it.
reason that I said like maybe there's something that happens in the Jim Lee shit that is here because I don't know where that came from. Like aside from retirement or whatever, you know. So uh yeah,
I'm not too familiar either, but didn't that come out of Joker War or whatever the last war was?
I think he was
Maybe.
already
I don't.
retired at that point.
Man, like he's like can't leave the force alone. It
I
needs him.
mean it could be. I see it in Signal Hill here where a lot of like they're all Signal Hill Police Department's all retired cops and they're almost like volunteer like.
Mm.
So they because they're just older dudes. Like you get a dude coming out with a cane that pulls you over. Hey, Sonny, you been drinking? Like,
Retiring in this economy?
well, I guess that's why they have to go back. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Dang. Okay. But yeah, so we do have like a Commissioner Gordon that's or not commissioner, but
Mm.
we do have Gordon, Jim Gordon, like in what looks like patrolling the streets as a beat cop. So, um, but the main crux of the story is basically about Killer Croc and Killer Croc going through some sort of change that is kind of having him, flip out a little bit. Um, what did you all think about this story? And like, like how it turns out. Like how are you feeling about it, Mo?
I like it. You know, as a fan of reptiles, and I've had reptiles in my life before. Like the way that he's like shedding stuff, like he's going through the shedding process physically. He
Mm-hmm.
went through that and evolved or changed a little more, and it's the way the doctor explained it too, where it's like he's kind of doing that on the inside too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, that is like that happens a little bit with I mean with us, you know, not as often as reptiles, but I mean every our cells change every like 7 years or something, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it could be something like that, like his brain changing on top of his reptilian nature and
Mm-hmm.
the change like too, like as he's growing and working with the doctor and whatever thing. I think the doctor's a bad guy. That's really fucking with Killer Croc. You know?
Really?
Yeah, like that's why she's like, "Yeah, we need him back and we need him alive. We need him safe because it's she's like, okay, I gotta do something. She's doing more than just listening to his fucking problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I that's my theory. So and that's why I like using a character like Killer Croc for something like that works really well.
hmm
You know?
Okay. How about you, Hecht? Is this what you were expecting when you picked up a Batman #1?
I wasn't expecting it at all, but
Okay.
in the end, it's like a real wholesome. Like, hey, look at this Batman. He's nice. You know, this is a caring Batman.
Word. There it is. There it
It's
is.
like a cooler version of the Adam West.
Yeah, kind of.
That is
Yeah, which
interesting.
I
I
had
can see
fun,
that.
and I had a lot of fun watching those shows. So it's like I don't even like, I still watch them every now and then on Reels or YouTube, and it's like I still don't hate this Batman. Like,
hmm
It's a good fucking show.
yeah,
It's interesting though because you say like a cooler version of Adam West, and I can totally see where you get that from. But it is wild because this Batman, like, there's a point in this book where Batman, he was ready to go,
yeah,
and he kind of assessed the situation and came to terms with the fact, like, oh, okay, like I actually don't need to punch this person,
yeah.
which is not always the Batman we get.
And that's a, yeah, and it's like even when Batman's the one where he's like, you don't need to punch, like shit's real fucked up. Like,
hmm Yep. What about you, Jay? How'd you like this initial story?
It was okay.
Mm.
Like it didn't do too much for me.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I can hear it in your voice, Jay. So, what was it that you were kind of maybe hoping to get from it that it didn't quite deliver?
Um, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like
hmm
we get him doing detective stuff,
hmm
which is cool, but I don't know. The Killer Croc thing didn't interest me.
hmm
Um, the guys in the park weren't that interesting either.
hmm
And I don't know. There just wasn't a whole lot there for me.
Okay. Okay.
I love how
Um.
Larry's like, I hear it in your voice, Jay. It's like
Yeah.
that's also how he sounds when he likes things too.
Hey, listen. I've known Jay long enough. I can hear the nuances. You know what I'm saying? The nuances.
Different frequencies.
Right. Uh, Oz, man. Like, you're the biggest Batman fan on the show. Like, how did issue 1 land for you?
It's now it's now starting to bug me that we only get James Gordon on like the first 2 pages,
Mm.
and then never brought up again.
I mean, he's a beat cop.
I'm sure they will because I think
Blame
it
Jim
ends
Lee.
with Robin asking, "Hey, we got any buddies in the police force?"
Right.
Like that's gonna be the one guy.
The one guy. Yeah. Um.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's
Listen. You
well,
sound disappointed.
no, I like the single issue stories
Okay.
if that connect because it feels like how we used to watch TV. It's like
Mm-hmm.
24 episodes, each one is self-contained, but there's that through line
Mm-hmm.
that you just don't get anymore. TV shows are what 8-9 episodes now, and you're done.
They're designed to be binged.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because you know, like you say, like when we were younger, and depending on when we're talking about, like the through line in TV, there was a reason it wasn't a thing, right? Because it was like they understood.
It was for syndication.
Well, but it's not just syndication. It's like there's no major through line, or sometimes there wasn't a through line because they're like,
You can't catch up.
who, right? Yeah, who knows if somebody is going to be able to like see every episode of the show? So you got to make it like piecemeal because, like, even though there was reruns, it's not like you knew what episode was coming, or Or what if you have some sort of emergency, right? And you miss an episode, and you don't. They didn't want people to be lost. They wanted people to be able to like sit down every week and watch the show, and no matter whether they watch the last
They
one
didn't
or
know how to program a VCR.
listen.
If
Not
you could
back
afford
then.
one.
Right, VCR was a luxury. I know. Look, and buying videotapes, like, oh man.
If you had
And look at it
T-Bone,
now.
you were rich.
You can't even afford a VCR now. Nobody's making it. But people
I
that still have new ones, they sell it for like 500.
I had one TV and I had two VCRs.
Dang. Okay, money magnum.
My TV was 11 inches though.
500. I'm going to Goodwill. I got them for like $5.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can find
man.
them. Yeah.
But
You got the Goodwill where you are. I got South Tucson Goodwills down here.
Yeah. They're like 45 minutes from the border or some shit, right?
An hour.
An hour, yeah.
but what I will say is that this book, um, this book is definitely like this felt like its own self-contained story, even though it does feel like there are things to come. Uh, it's wild. I will say that I enjoyed the story. The ending didn't leave a lot for me. Like I wasn't like
The resolution to the Killer Croc story, or the
no like
like on
the
the next
stinger.
episode.
Right. The stinger at the end to like try to hook me. Yeah. Look, if you want to call it that, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't do a lot for me. Not only was the situation kind of like ho hum, like I mean, because I'm just like I get it. Like Robin is, I guess, maybe in trouble,
But
but I'm not sure I bought it.
which
But then
Robin is it?
that's a good question. That was a question where I was like, okay, I'm not 100% certain. And then on top of that, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm feeling that costume. Like, that's not a great look for Robin to me.
Well, it's Damien, right? Because Tim is Red Robin, isn't he? Or is he just Robin? Robin 3.
I think it's Damien, but the costume looks like Drake.
Yeah, it looks like Tim Drake to me, even though I think it is supposed to be Damien. But at the
I
same
thought it was
time,
Drake.
it's drawn like Drake, and so that's
That might be on purpose.
maybe, yeah, and maybe it is Tim Drake because I don't know. Like I did hear a rumor that he was supposed to be like taking like the name Robin again, so it could be that. I don't know.
If it's on purpose, that's a bad move. Isn't Tim Drake supposed to be like 30 something by now?
No.
No, because they with New 52, they were like the 5-year timeline, so everybody's younger.
Yeah,
except for Damien.
they keep Damien at like 12.
Yeah.
So
Well, Damien, I
that
mean,
puts Drake
yeah.
at like 18 or 19.
And
so
that's
he's
why
still,
that's why I think Damien, because now it's like if they are aging Damien up a little, there's room for that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like it wasn't the best of introductions to Robin for me, and that bothered me. Just because I'm like, this doesn't feel like a perilous situation. Maybe there's some mitigating circumstances that we don't know yet, but it's
well,
like
and that's why it could be Damien, because he doesn't want to have to kill a cop to get out.
I feel like Damien wouldn't have to, though. Like,
Yeah.
Drake's
yeah.
the only one who would have an issue with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're gonna have to pick up the next issue
Or,
and find out.
yeah, like, he's the least acrobatic of the Robins.
Yeah, he's just a nerd that figures shit out, right?
Yeah.
Right, he's more of a detective.
That's really interesting. I never thought of it like that, but that I guess that's true, right? That's including the women, right?
Yeah, Stephanie's more acrobatic than
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. No, I would agree with
Because
you.
she was actually a gymnast, I think.
Yeah. Or like a ballerina or some shit.
Like Red Hood could technically isn't as acrobatic, but he's a brawler.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's why he has guns, because he didn't have
but
to.
plus I think he's still more acrobatic than Tim Drake, because his Robin jumped around and stuff.
A little bit, because
He got
they didn't
training.
they didn't want him they didn't want people to know that it wasn't
Dick Grayson,
Dick Grayson anymore.
right,
So
right,
they trained him in that.
yeah. So yeah, so okay. Well,
But yeah,
listen, what?
I think it's Tim Drake, because yeah, that costume, man,
Hmm.
it's a Drake costume. And Damien's been going all like gray lately.
I feel like that costume needs some green accents, like something, something to
Look,
break up all the red.
you might get it when you find out which one it is.
Yeah, yeah. But uh this was definitely a different Batman story than I expected, and I think that was, but I do think it was done on purpose. Like I feel like it, you like that moment where you have Batman ready to go, and he like charges up his gauntlets or whatnot, and he's thinking like I'm gonna have to box with Killer Croc, and when that doesn't happen, I think that a subversion of expectations is actually executed well and is very intentional, and the way that story ends up resolving is actually pretty interesting and unique for Batman generally. Because I mean, I won't say it's like we've never seen a Batman story like that before. I wouldn't go that far, but they're few and far between, I think. And so it was a nice like change of pace, especially given Killer Croc's current condition. It
Yeah.
was like it definitely very much was like humanizing of Batman. So that was cool.
And Killer Croc too.
Right,
Yeah.
right, absolutely,
And again,
absolutely.
that's what I like about Fraction. It's like it's about the characters, like not about the
Yeah.
conflict.
He didn't
Like
want
the conflict is within the character. Like
Hmm.
he
depending
didn't
on
want the
who
old
character.
trope of Batman beating up on the mentally ill.
Right, right.
And that's why he led us there and then took it away. Like that's
Mhm.
again, like even the way Justice League started the movie, like he's literally just usurping somebody's Second Amendment right to have a bunch of guns on his back. Yeah. Like you didn't know he was robbing the house.
Also, another thing that was interesting about this issue that I was just like, huh, like this is like I've never seen this before, and this could be a thing. Um, I know that, or yeah, like we know that the idea of street gangs like emulating villains is a thing. Like we've seen like Joker
Yeah.
gangs, and we've seen, you know, uh, uh, who else have
Even
we
the
seen?
Batman, like in
Yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Knight
right,
Returns.
right,
Yeah. That
exactly,
too.
right.
Yeah.
But in this issue, they had like a creeper street gang,
Yeah.
which I was like, I, is that a thing that's happened before? Or did Matt Fraction
No,
just decide?
Matt Fraction likes the creeper. Like
Does he
that's what it
really?
is.
That's look.
That's what it is. Like that's like as a fan of the creeper, that's probably what I would do. I would do like like well, I can't use the creeper, but let's do a creeper gang.
That's crazy. That was like the creeper gang. I was like, man, and they would go out here. They were out here, like they were acting like creepers for real,
Yeah,
chasing
yeah,
these chicks.
yeah.
I was like, man, like how that's like I appreciated the moment, but I just was like, was this a thing beforehand? It can't be, right? Like this
No,
has
it's
to
not.
be.
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I'll bet my life it wasn't. You know.
I totally didn't get that. Is that because of the scissors?
Well, no, the costume. Like if you look at the gang, it's like because I'm not a big creeper guy. Does the creeper always have scissors?
No, but he does have like the other stuff. Like I
Okay,
think the
like
scissors are something that they did.
yeah, I don't know
Because
what
I'm
the
like,
scissors were for, but if you look at their outfits, like they're all clearly inspired by like the creeper, like the character. And so it's like from the hairstyle to like the clothes they're wearing, like it's like low key creeper like cosplay. So I was like, oh, that's wild. And then they're creeping on chicks. I'm like, wow. I'm like, Matt Fraction out here working on levels.
I think he did use scissors in the Vertigo series, but like
Maybe,
I
like again,
mean, the I haven't read that since like that comic book shop is long gone. Where I bought that issue, those
yeah,
issues.
yeah. So, but yeah, man. Uh, it was an interesting book. I mean, heck, you got anything else you want to say about Batman #1?
No, no, not really. I liked how they drew the technical stuff on the suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
never really been a thing for Batman. So doing
Yeah,
that, it's like almost cyberpunky, I guess.
yeah. No, it looked really good, and I will say that is something I should mention. And I'm messed up because I didn't pull it out, but that first like splash page where you see Batman in this book, it's phenomenal. It's so good. Um, and big shout out to friggin' Jorge Molina. Hold on, I got the book here so I can show it. But I was just like, I found it really striking. Like this page right here, I was like, that feels like when you're talking about what does a splash page look like that's a
Yeah,
splash page right there. And I'm like, just the work on like the foreshortening, like the pose, like everything about it. I was like, this feels very Batman-y, you know. And it was a great, a great way to like be introduced to the character for the first time in a new #1. I was just like, okay, that's really cool. The only thing that does suck about that page is that he has like what at least it looks like he has like the grappling hook in his hand. Uh, but he doesn't use the grappling hook. Like he has the grappling hook on the cover. And I was sitting here thinking like, oh, okay, like like we're gonna see Batman swinging through the streets of Gotham, and then this fool is power gliding, like wingsuiting it, which is a cool thing. But I was hoping to see a swing, and it didn't happen. So it's okay. So all right, anybody else got anything else they want to say about the book before we rate it?
when you do talk about like how the make it like kind of cyberpunky, like the way the tech
Mm-hmm.
that he uses, that's kind of what I felt was missing in the other book, where it's
Yeah,
such a technological suit, and it's like
right,
again we don't know how those batarangs work,
right,
So and here they put a little box for certain things, just and literally they did that just to show you him not using it,
right,
Like,
right,
yeah,
right. You're right.
yeah,
I agree. I agree. It would have
and
been
that's
it would have been a
that.
nice flair.
Yeah, it's just a difference in style of writing, and I don't know if it's the same editor, but yeah, I think a lot of what happened that we didn't like in the other Legends, the Immortal Legends Batman book,
Hmm.
was might have been like an editorial choice too. Like the
Maybe.
editor would have been a little bit of hard ass. Like we could have gotten a different book.
Right, right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and rate this bad boy. Heck, what would you rate Batman #1?
I would go 4.5. I
There it is.
really like I really liked how it was all self-contained, and it had for lack of a better term, it had a happy ending.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Jay, how about you, buddy? What would you rate Batman #1?
I would give it a 3. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was okay, even though it didn't really do much for me.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Uh, Oscor, what are you rating Batman #1?
I think 4.5 is about right. I'm glad it's on my cool list.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. You're glad it's going to be on your pull list?
No, it is.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, got it.
I read it after that Immortal one, so it was like a good like palate
Yeah,
cleanser. Like,
I hear that.
That's probably why they called it #1 too, because of the whole Jim Lee thing. Like, they're like let's just start it with him.
Yeah.
Like can't wait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Waiting on Jim Lee. The
Uh,
joint will come out 2026.
uh,
Moses Magnum. What would you rate Batman #1?
For me, it was a 4.5. I really like how we talked about the subversion and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
the style of the book. The writing style of the book was good, and art was good, and then the deconstruction or humanization of both the villain and like it's a villain conflict that's not your typical conflict. It's like it's done
Hmm.
in a different way and it's done well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, I would also give it 4.5. Like, I enjoyed it thoroughly. And while I wasn't a fan of the hook for issue 2, what I read before that is more than enough to get me to pick up the next issue and see what we're doing next. So, yeah, man, like, great start, great relaunch for Batman. Looking forward to see what Fraction does next, and friggin' Jimenez, because yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, some real good art, man. Like, you know what I really liked too about, and this is such a small thing, it's dumb. You talk about those gauntlets, and I loved that he like pushed a button to like charge them, like to like start them, and I love that he pushed them like on the inside of his forearm. So he literally like he like kind of like put his arm down and like pushed a button here, and then went to the other one and pushed a button here, and then it was like, kind of put his guard up. And I don't know, man, something about just that sequence just really did it for me. Like, it felt cinematic.
Yeah, it was like Rambo, like tying his shoes and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I just like, oh, that's so cool, man. And it definitely like it amped me up. I'm like, here we go. And then that's part of the reason too, like why I felt like it was like a really well done subversion, because it like amped you up for it, and then it was like, okay, we're doing something a little different.
Like that was
So,
my favorite part of the Rambo cartoon was that like when he like starts getting dressed as Rambo. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I also like the gauntlets because it's when he's a regular dude and he fights
right,
these like massively strong, indestructible like killer
right,
yeah,
Croc.
like Bane, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so
yeah. No, I agree.
makes a little bit more sense that he's got something like that to power him up.
mhm.
I agree. All right, gents, it's time for us to get out of here. You guys ready? Or does anybody got anything they want trying to bring up before we go? And that's not the final thought.
I'll bring it up next week. All the absolute shit.
Right. That sounds like a plan.
Absolutely.
I'll try to catch up.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's do some final thoughts. Hex, give me your final thought, buddy.
Hey, go to the doctor because there might be shit wrong with you that you put off for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, and it really comes back to bite you in the ass. So
Yeah.
go to the doctor.
Listen to Hex, he's right. Yeah. All right. Oscorp, final thoughts.
Is there an end in sight for these after these books? Like how many do you know to put up with?
There it is. Okay. Jay, final thoughts.
Nothing from me this week.
Man,
Well,
Jay's
you're gonna
denying.
go see Anamanaguchi with special guest Scott Pilgrim, right?
I'm gonna see Anamanaguchi this week, Friday.
That
Should be a good time.
Hell yeah. Teasers for next week. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Yeah. Heck reminded me I gotta go to the doc. I don't want to.
Yeah,
But yeah, fuck it. I might.
right. Yeah, man. For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Until then, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of. We'll listen. Yeah, for real. So make it happen. Oh, also, like our stuff. Like, subscribe, follow, all that, because we would like you to do that. And if you're not trying to, let us know why, so we can make changes.
Please,
Until then,
please.
yeah, please. Yeah. We're the Fantastic Forum. Good night.